find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network.
Is Minnie over there being cute?
Well, she's staring at the wall currently, but she's still cute.
That's how I hope to be in my life. Staring at the wall, but still cute.
Yeah, she probably sees the ghosts in here.
Well, she is a clairvoyant cat.
No, okay, so the other night I was in the kitchen, and I'll be honest, I was not sober. And at one point, I thought I saw the microwave like flash on and off. And I was like, I'm just dumb. And then I come in like around 10:30 or 11 at night, and the microwave is just on.
That's
Nobody
terrifying.
turned it on. So I unplugged it because I was like, fuck this.
No house fire tonight.
And I tried to, I was like, well, it'll probably work when I plug it back in. Nope. just spins and spins with no heat. So listeners, I gotta know, what are you thinking? Broken microwave or haunted microwave?
My money is on haunted microwave.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. My evidence is that you've had other happenings in your home.
The lights do go on and off. They used to go on and off a lot. They really don't anymore.
Well, maybe now that you've mentioned it, they'll come back.
But yeah, it's like the lights turn off. All audio cuts out. Goodbye, anything bones.
Oh my god, no!
No.
In olden days, a glimpse of femur was only for morbid dreamers, but you're not alone. Bring anything bones. Two goofy gals with deathly interest go on a skeleton inquest in your headphones. Anything bones.
Hello and welcome to Anything Bones. I'm Sophie Giant Trumpet Schwartz.
And I'm Katelyn Netherlands or Weatherlands Heart. That was terrible.
No, I love it. Did the haunted microwave laugh?
Yeah, Minnie left too, so thumbs up over here for this one. So sorry, it's been a long day. You know when you're, Soph, when you're training someone and you're like, I've just been talking all day long and I'm done making sense.
It's hard because I don't love to train people, but I have a very particular way I like things done. And I'm now one of the most senior people in my department. Yeah. So I end up training a lot of people because I invented a lot of the systems that we use. And I'm just like, it's not that I'm like, don't like people. It's, I'm kind of shy when I like get to know people. So I'm just like, hi, I'm Sophie. This is how you pack the packages.
Yeah. It's so hard to keep it fun and light, but also teach them everything. I'm training my replacement at this job, so it's like, ooh, I really gotta step it up.
But that must be a nice, bittersweet, but nice feeling of being on your way out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking tight.
Well, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. But, I mean, anyway, should we get down to it? The Netherlands or the Weatherlands?
Yes, I see you. There's a big bony skeleton outside.
Oh.
And he's been waving his bony little hands at me going, when am I going to get a bone story? And
yeah.
I have to sleep, but I need a bone story.
I can't sleep without a bone story.
I mean, ever since this skeleton moved in next to me, that's when I started this podcast. If I'm going to be real with you, it's to put this goddamn skeleton to sleep so he's not rattling his little phalanges on my window.
Yeah, big problems over here.
Ballard, just riddled with skeletons.
Ballard is known for it. It's not the marina, or the Ballard Locks, whatever. It's not the cool, eclectic vibe.
Or the bubbling nightlife. It's the rampant living skeletons.
And not I think it's like Scandinavian.
Oh, yes.
Because they have that Scandinavian festival. Anyway.
That I hate because people park all over my street.
All right. So my sources for my bony tale were All That's Interesting, Medium, 2 articles from NL Times, which I have to assume is the abbreviation for the Netherlands, and then an article from something called Collective World. Big trigger warning for my story. There is mention of sexual assault and suicide. So I'm going to be talking about the 1995 murder of Nicole van de Hurk and kind of what transpired after her murder. It's a hard one. Unfortunately, she was 15 when she died.
Oh, I hate the teens and children.
It's absolutely horrifying, and it's just not right that she wasn't able to live out her life. You know, when you're 15, you should just be worried about like going to high school and, you know, homework and
crushes,
dating and whatever. Yeah, like it's not this.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fucked. I don't even know what you're gonna say, and I can already predict it's gonna
terrible.
Be fucked. Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to show you a picture of her. She was very beautiful.
You show me and I'll show the skeleton.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She had like the 90s vibe with the hair and the eyebrows and the like. She's just gorgeous.
Yeah, she does have a very cover of like Tiger Beat. Teen Vogue, I guess. Are there even teen magazines anymore? Anyway.
Maybe Teen Vogue still exists. I feel like it would never abandon us, but I don't know.
Is 17 still around?
Oh my God, I have no idea. I haven't seen America's Next Top Model in a while, so I don't know who's on the cover, and I don't care.
I mean, Cosmopolitan's still out there grinding and telling people to put their dicks in donuts, so...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anyway, but back to what we were saying.
Horrific.
You know, she's a bright-eyed young woman who one would predict would have a bright future.
Yeah, and so she had a job at a nearby like shopping center. So she's 15, she has a job, she's responsible. I guess she was staying with her grandmother on October 6th, 1995, and she left on her bike to go to her job, but she never arrived. I guess later it came out that she had complained to her aunt that some weird guy had like harassed her recently on her way to or from work. That was in a couple of sources, but I wouldn't say that it was in all the sources. So obviously a big search effort begins right away. Police look for her by this. So this takes place in Eindhoven, Netherlands, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. Eindhoven. I would like to go to the Netherlands, I think.
I love what I have seen of the Netherlands. I've been to Amsterdam a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, of course. I have technically, but I was like an infant, so.
Oh, well, didn't really get to see the sights, probably.
No. So the police are searching for Nicole, and they do a lot of search efforts by bodies of water. I'm not really sure. I guess that's just makes sense.
Like when people are missing, bodies of water are usually checked.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because it's like, yeah.
They've got a lot of canals and waterways.
They do, yeah, they certainly do. And it's like, yeah, it is a like common place to unload bodies or evidence. So they find her backpack on October 19th by the Eindhoven Canal. Then still, like, they don't find anything else for 3 weeks, and then they find her bike, which is not a good sign. They find her backpack, and then they find her bike. Oh, God, sorry, it's the other way around. They find her bike first, and then they find her backpack. But anyway, it's bad. And then on November 22nd, so 7 weeks after she was reported missing, unfortunately, her body is found in the woods between the towns of Meerlo and Lierop. And this was really not that, it was only a few miles from her grandmother's house where she came from. So really sad. And it's sad that it took 7 weeks to find her. Unfortunately, it was found that she had been raped and murdered. Cause of death was likely internal bleeding because of a stab wound. She had 2 fractures to her jaw, injuries to her head and fingers, and a rib injury, probably from a knife. Oh, sorry, Soph, you hate it so much. I do too. It's I don't know, but sometimes the nitty gritty is necessary.
It totally is. It's, it just makes me really sad to not to harp on it, but, I always think about, how horrific these people's last moments must have been.
Yeah.
And, when I was 15, like we were talking about, I was running around with my friends stealing traffic cones. So, it aches my heart to think of this happening to someone.
Yeah. And as horrific as that was, they just unfortunately continued to have no other evidence to go off of. Even with her bike, her backpack, and eventually her body, the only lead that they could come up with, they arrested her stepfather and stepbrother, his name is Andy, in the summer of 1996. But very quickly they were cleared and released. It kind of just seems like they were just, if somebody gets murdered or is missing, they're going to go through the lakes and bodies of water. They're also going to look at close family members first. But it seems a little bit like they just arrested somebody to arrest somebody, and then they were like, oh, sorry, that was wrong.
And we've heard, I have no idea what it's like in the Netherlands, but when cases like this become high profile, police departments get a lot of pressure on them from media and the local community to have the answers and to catch them. And sometimes that results in them just being like, oh, we gotta arrest somebody so it looks like we're fucking doing something.
Yeah.
What
exactly.
year was this again?
She went missing in 95. They got arrested in 96.
Okay.
So there were a couple of other little blips, but nothing ever panned out. And then slowly over time, the number of detectives working on her case were cut. And then they did a little review in 2004. But other than that, the case went completely cold. So now we're in 2011. The stepbrother, Andy, has moved from the Netherlands to England. He's kind of got, he's did a fresh start as trying to move on, but couldn't let go of his sister's murder. He wanted it solved. He wanted to hold somebody responsible for it.
Yeah, who could let that go?
Who could let that go? Exactly. It just was gnawing away at him. That I guess he seems like he's very intelligent, or is kind of a science guy at least, because he's okay, it's 2011. DNA technology has come so far since 1995 when she was murdered. So he's like, how am I going to get the DNA technology to help us with this case? And the only thing he can think of is to do a false confession.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you even imagine the commitment on that?
Mm-hmm.
Because the stakes on that are insane.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Oh my God. But you got to do it, because how else are they going to open the case again? Oh my God. What a brother.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Brother.
A stepbrother too.
God, that's real family.
Stepbrothers are that's family. Yeah,
that's
exactly. That's your family.
Remove the step, just brother.
Yeah. So Nicole had not been cremated, so he knew that any, DNA evidence would still probably be with her body.
Exhumation.
Yep. So he confesses and hands himself over to the Stevenage police on March 8th, 2011. So this is his second arrest in this case.
Oh my God, no, buddy, no.
He posted on Facebook, quote, "I will be arrested today for the murder of my sister. I confessed. We'll get in contact soon."
Holy shit. Holy shit. Can you imagine being that guy's fucking fourth cousin and you see that on Facebook? I would be like, excuse me?
Pardon?
Excuse me? I'm gonna need, no TLDR. You need to give me the all.
Yeah, exactly.
This story is wild, Katelyn.
Yeah, I know. So obviously the police are like, what? Are you sure? But they're like, okay, I guess if he confessed, like, we kind of suspected him before, so let's just like start the extradition process. Because remember, he's in England and they're in the Netherlands.
Yes.
And he gets to the Netherlands and he's there for like less than 5 days. And everybody's like, okay, come on, you didn't do this, right? And he's like, no.
He's like, no, but will you open the case? Oh my God, this is wild.
And they fucking did. They agreed to exhume her body and do some investigation after over 20 years.
That's the, like, leaps and bounds that you have to go through sometimes. Like, our justice system is bad, but they're doing it over there too.
Yeah.
Just the bravery and cunning to do this is like, is there a movie on this?
There should be. I didn't find any evidence of that, but, you know, there should be.
There absolutely should be. This is wild.
So Andy said of all of this, you know, why did you do this? Quote, I wanted to get her exhumed and get DNA off her. I kind of set myself up, and it could have gone horribly wrong. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, guy.
To get her exhumed, I had to put steps in place and said I did it. She's my sister. I miss her every day. Isn't that awful?
Yeah, that got me.
Yeah. He falsely confessed after he had been a suspect himself because he, like, couldn't let it go that this murder went unsolved of someone that he cared about so much.
That's the kind of, like, familial sacrifice that is. Like I said, it's incredibly brave.
It is, yeah. And it could have gone very, very badly.
Yeah, it could have
like
gone
prison
really
for a long time badly.
Prison for life badly.
So they exhume her body. They examine her for DNA material. And I guess scientists in New Zealand helped out with this, which is okay, cool.
Hell yeah. Thanks, New Zealand.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. So they found DNA belonging to 3 different men.
Whoa.
One of the men was Nicole's boyfriend. So I guess he had never been a suspect. So that was, no one was concerned about that, I guess, because he had already been cleared. I don't know. There was an unknown profile. And then the third profile was from a convicted rapist. His name is Joe DeG. I don't know how to say this. It's Jos is his first, is like the name. Like Joe's or Joss. Let's just call him douchebag.
Yeah, how about that?
He, at the time that this is discovered, he's 46 years old. He had been convicted of rape 3 times and was already in compulsory psychiatric treatment because of a conviction in 2001.
Okay, I was going to say, how is this guy walking around? But he isn't.
He wasn't. He had been convicted in a case that was very scarily similar to Nicole's case. The woman was grabbed from her bike, sexually assaulted, but he did not kill her. Thank God. The NL Times said of douchebag's psychological evaluation that he was a vessel overflowing with hate who could offend again if not adequately addressed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There was also evidence that he had been near Nicole's grandmother's home around the time of the abduction. So it was like kind of a slam dunk.
Yeah, that he seems like the right candidate.
So the Dutch police arrest him and charge him with the rape and murder of Nicole. And then, unbelievably, on November 21st, 2016, he is acquitted of murder and is found guilty of rape, which was a 5-year sentence in prison.
How was he
for a guy who's been in prison at least thrice?
That's wild to me, but okay.
Yeah. So everybody was pissed, particularly Nicole's family. They were like, no, he also killed her. He's only getting 5 years for this, and that's not right.
I would be unimaginably livid.
After they waited all those years to get justice, and the only reason they got justice was because the stepbrother falsely confessed. Yeah, and then this happens.
If I was him, I would fucking lose it. I would be like, do you know what I fucking went through for this?
Exactly. So allegedly, the jury was unanimous that douchebag had raped Nicole, he had claimed that he might have had consensual sex with her, but didn't remember.
Well, she's 15, so it actually can't be.
Exactly. But I guess the unknown DNA profile made the jurors consider the possibility that somebody else had been involved with the murder. But you're splitting hairs here. There's no way that he wasn't involved with her death.
I guess I see what they're saying, but like if you look at his like past like behavior, it feels,
escalated.
Yeah,
it literally escalated. He was a rapist several times over, and it escalated to murder.
I'm guessing he can't be charged again.
Well, an appeal was done, and luckily in 2018. The douchebag was sentenced to 12 years for rape and manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Still not murder, but I guess at least there's some acknowledgement of that because he had to have been involved.
For sure, but I just don't like the connotation of manslaughter with this. Because, like, manslaughter makes me think of, like, someone died at your hands unintentionally or something like that.
Whereas, this was definitely premeditated, or at least like he knew what he was doing. It was, and
he killed her on purpose.
It was not a crime of passion. Well, no, he was sentenced, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. fuck you, guy.
Fuck him. Yeah, truly. So, but again, 12 years is the sentence. So that makes me think, I didn't look into it and I probably should have. I don't think the Netherlands do like life sentences.
Well, maybe they do for murder, but not for manslaughter.
Maybe. I guess I'll have to look it up and let you know.
Definitely, because it's scary to think that, that guy was walking around 12 years later.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think he was in prison on other charges, or at least in a psychiatric hospital, but still.
But someone like him, how about?
Yeah. And Nicole deserved justice.
Yes, absolutely.
And, manslaughter, you're right, is maybe not the charge that we want, but at least it's something.
I hate having to compromise with the justice system.
I know. On the rape and murder of a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, that feels like not a compromisable thing.
Right.
Future Sophie here. The Netherlands does, in fact, give life sentences, but no death penalty. Back to you guys.
I guess in this 2018 appeal, the court was convinced that douchebag raped Nicole and murdered her to keep her from telling the police what happened. And they didn't place any importance on the third sample of DNA that was unknown, which I find a little bit strange because it's like, no, that's probably relevant, but it's unknown. So what can you do, I guess? Wait for a familial match.
Yeah, exactly. Wait another 20 years to see if something else pops up. But then, this guy will probably be dead. Douchebag will probably be dead. And whoever's DNA will also probably either be dead or very old. So it's just, it irks me with things like this of like never being able to know like what happened on that, in that moment. Other than, the injuries that we have from a person who can put it together. Kind of, but, with that third DNA in there, it was enough to make the jury doubt.
Yeah. And I wish that semi-okay ending to the story was it, but I'm not done, and it gets worse.
Oh, poopy.
The amazing and brave stepbrother, Andy, took his own life in 2021 at home in England.
That is worse.
Yeah. He went back on Facebook and stated, I guess, that he was, quote, "I'm ready to say goodbye."
That's heavy.
I know. And that was only in one source, but I assume it's accurate. I'm sorry this was a heavy one, but it was just so fascinating. And I don't think we've ever covered anything in the Netherlands. And I don't know. I felt drawn to tell Nicole's story.
No, that's completely valid. And her story, deserves to be told. Like all the victims that you talk about on this show, like her murder remained unsolved for so long. Mm-hmm. And, it got an ending that wasn't really the justice that her family worked so, so hard for. And, you know, I see where that brother is coming from, and I can see where he could get lost in the despair of how futile it all is.
Yeah.
And this whole story is upsetting. It's fascinating. Like, so much courage and tragedy.
Yeah. All right. Have a cookie. Pet your dog or cat or ferret.
Or snake.
And, or snake. And we'll see you back real soon.
Do you love unraveling a good old-fashioned whodunit? Oh, honey, me too. I'm Alicia, armchair detective and host of Dead On, a true crime podcast. Join me every Friday. We'll dive into a case that scratches your itch for true crime, dark history, and mystery. Streaming now, everywhere you love to listen.
I hope everyone had a second to put their weighted blanket on, pet their animal of choice, and have a snack that makes you feel good. Because we're going to dive into something completely different.
We always do that. You are there to bring me up when I bring myself and others down.
Well, we're kind of like a hot air balloon in that way. You are the basket that is firm and stable and safe, but practical. And I'm the balloon that's full of weird colors and lots of fire.
And gas.
And gas! Oh, the amount of gas I have.
I'm kidding.
No, I have a lot of gas. That's accurate.
Oh, okay, cool. I stand by it then.
I'm a farty little princess.
Nailed it.
All right. So, Katelyn, let's start my topic off with a bit of trivia.
Okay.
Katelyn, where do you think the 10th largest pyramid in the world is?
10th. Egypt is 2 on the nose. I don't know. I'm just going to guess Egypt.
Okay, you're guessing Egypt?
Unfortunately, I know it's wrong.
Well, you've played right into my trap.
Oh!
Because it is not in Egypt. It is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, no. Okay.
A little far away from the Nile, I would say.
Yeah, kind of far away from the Nile. Kind of not where I thought a pyramid would be.
No, but it's right up next to the Mississippi.
Oh, cool. Right on.
My sources for this story were an article from Forbes, 2 articles from Wikipedia, an article from The Portalist, 1 from the Memphis Flyer, 1 from Lonely Planet, 1 from Memphis Magazine, 1 from Smart City Memphis, and a TikTok video from Dougie Sharp.
So, the Memphis Pyramid, which was also known as the Great American Pyramid, or the Pyramid Arena.
Oh my God.
It's located in Memphis, Tennessee, on the banks of the Mississippi River. And it was built in 1991 as a 20,142 seat arena for sport and concert.
Oh my God. Meet me at the pyramid for some sports. Like, what?
Meet me at the motherfucking pyramid. You want to watch some basketball?
Yeah, what are they playing in there? Basketball? Like racquetball? Soccer?
Basketball.
I don't know.
We'll talk about it later.
It's basketball? Okay.
It's basketball.
All right.
I think it's basketball.
Oh, okay. It's probably not football.
Yeah. But this facility, I mean, God, if it's football, I would love to watch that game. How is that happening? Anyway, you know, it's the kind of football you play on a square field.
Inside, also.
There are football stadiums with roofs.
Sure.
So it was owned and operated by the city of Memphis and Shelby County, and then Shelby County sold its share to the city of Memphis in 2009. The pyramid, of course, plays on the city's namesake, Memphis, which was a city in Egypt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Memphis, Egypt?
Yeah.
Cool.
I bet they also like the blues.
I bet. Who doesn't?
Nobody. So it is 321 feet, about 32 stories tall, and the base is about 590 feet wide.
Jesus. Sorry, what year did this pyramid go up?
1991.
God, okay, I missed that. I'm sorry. Wow. I thought this was going to be in like 1910. Like, I don't know why. Like,
No. Caitlin.
It's like they had time for pyramids back then, didn't they?
I mean, yes, but resources perhaps not.
Oh, yeah, true.
Kind of hearkening on what you just said, the original idea for this pyramid was concocted in the 1950s by an artist named Mark Hartz. And his original design was that there would be 3 pyramids, kind of hearkening to the Great Pyramids of Giza. And they would be, sat atop the bluffs overlooking like the Mississippi. This first idea went nowhere, unfortunately.
Rule of threes did not apply in this scenario.
No. No one thought these pyramids were funny or cool. But in the mid-1980s, with some cheering on by his son, John Hartz, he created a new design for the pyramid, which would be a one pyramid that would be like gold and shiny and awesome.
Yes.
So the two did not really have the money for for this pyramid, and they didn't really even have very good plans for it. They just kind of had a very fancy rendering. And were like, we would like to build our pyramid.
Who's gonna help us make this?
Historian and editor of Memphis magazine, Michael Finger, his name is Michael Finger, has a great quote about the brainstorming of this pyramid. He says, quote, "They just thought it was a cool idea." And so John went around to try to drum up interest, and everyone thought, well, it's either crazy or crazy good. We can't decide. And also, it wasn't clear what it would be used for, end quote.
Yeah. So let's get to building right now.
You have an idea for a large, flashy, useless pyramid. I think we should build it.
Jesus.
Of course, second time is the charm for the Hartz father and son team, and they end up attracting the eye of 2 very wealthy and very eccentric men who think it is a good idea to build a giant, flashy, useless pyramid.
Cool. I'm so on board.
I'll tell you who else was on board. We have John Tigrit, who was a Memphis local who actually built his fortune by inventing a iconic toy that you might have seen before.
Is it pyramid shaped?
No, I've sent you a picture of it.
Oh, okay. I actually have never seen this before. The original drinking bird. The classic scientific wonder.
You know those little birds that have like a weight on the end and they tip in to drink the thing and they tip out?
It looks fun. It looks fun as hell.
It's just like a very old, weird thing that I feel like people see a lot. Or I don't know. I won't continue to justify myself.
You've seen it. So that's half of us. That's half the 50%. Population of Anything Bones that has heard of it.
I bet on the Instagram people will be like, I know that bird.
I will post a picture.
You better.
So one of the guys that was into the pyramid also was into this classic scientific wonder.
Yes, invented this drinking bird toy.
Love it. Love it.
The second guy was named Sidney Schnellenker, and he was known for running the Astrodome and also for creating news in quotation marks worthy headlines. One of the events he organized was a Battle of the Sexes tennis tournament.
Okay.
So these are the guys we're dealing with.
Weirdos. All right.
And we're going to build a pyramid.
Hey guys, let's hold hands and build our pyramid together.
What if we kissed on the pyramid? Anyway, so this was part of like a greater plan to build a whole kind of Egyptian themed commerce park down there, which would have like a rock and roll museum, maybe a Grammy museum, and like little boats that would ferry people across the river to this big ass pyramid. There was also going to be a college football hall of fame, also a Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh yeah, I'm on board.
And the best part about these plans, in my opinion, was that supposedly, because this is Memphis, this is like home of the blues and stuff, you would enter this whole rigmarole pyramid fanfare through a giant trumpet.
Oh, sure. I don't know what the correlation between like music and Egypt is. I'm sure the Egyptians liked music.
I mean, Egyptians love music, but I think it's because it's in Memphis, Tennessee, and they're known for their music.
It's a fusion. It's on purpose. Okay, yes. Okay.
It's completely wild, and I think if you try to find logic within it, you will find yourself spiraling.
Yeah, fair.
So let us put our backpacks on and keep going.
Yeah.
So, the original cost, projected cost for all of this would be an extremely affordable $39 million.
That's okay. I'll pass.
Well, maybe you would like the price that it actually turned out to be.
Oh, God. 50? 50 mil?
Up.
Oh, my God.
65.
Oh my God.
$65 million is what it ended up actually costing. And it didn't even have all that cool shit I just told you about.
Oh no.
It had none of the cool shit I just told you about. There was no big trumpet.
No big trumpet, no museum. Where's the Hard Rock Cafe? Like, that's what I care about.
No Hard Rock Cafe.
Fuck.
But hold on to that thought.
Oh, okay.
So even with the editing down of the plans for the pyramid, they end up breaking ground in 1989. And our guy, Finger, who is the Memphis historian, has a great quote about how the groundbreaking went down. He says, quote, "Easily 50 feet, maybe longer, shovel outlined in neon, flown from a helicopter, and it hovered over the site. I guess we played some sort of patriotic music. And then, at the proper moment, they dropped the shovel, and sure enough, it fell a couple 100 feet and stuck in the ground." Like, what?
So, let me just see if I'm understanding. They flew in a giant shovel just to be cool.
Uh-huh. It's a neon shovel.
It's neon, and then they cut the cord, it falls out of the sky, and just lands in the dirt, and we aren't any closer to breaking ground. Now we're actually further behind because we're going to have to get this giant shovel out of here.
I don't know how long it took them to get the giant shovel out of the ground, but it did strike people as odd.
Yeah, I'm not understanding. Like, if you're gonna break ground, you can just do it on the ground. Like, you don't need a plane or a helicopter, excuse me.
Well, not if you're building a giant flashy pyramid.
See, the flashiness is what's most important to me, or what I think is most important to them. Like, I don't think they care what it is. They just are like, I need to be immortalized.
I mean, you're right. It's very on theme with what pyramids are used for, which is legacy.
True. Yeah, that's a fair point.
And that perfectly segues into kind of what people wanted this pyramid to be. They wanted it to be legacy. They wanted it to be something that would challenge, like, the St. Louis Arch, or, like, be their Eiffel Tower, as it were.
Sure.
Like an icon for the city that would attract tourism. The construction on this pyramid was incredibly chaotic and even resulted in one person's death.
Oh, God. There's the bones.
more bones to come.
Okay, stay tuned.
So the pyramid ends up through, hell or high water, it ends up opening in 1991 as a basketball arena.
They're like, I don't know what else to do with it. Nobody wants to put a museum in my pyramid.
Which is usually not a problem.
I know. I'm thinking that I wish my answer at the beginning had been Vegas, and that the Luxor Hotel in Vegas, because that is also a giant pyramid, or like part of it is.
It is. I wonder what the size comparison with this is.
I don't know. If we go to Vegas, we kind of have to stay there. It would be rude not to.
Mm-hmm. I'm just really in it for pyramids. So when the pyramid opens, it has like giant stainless steel paneling on the outside, and it's a 20,000 seat arena on the inside. Here's a little pic for you.
Oh, thank God. I need a visual.
It's kind of alarming.
Oh my God.
It's like, whoa. Pyramid.
It's really like, hi, where'd you come from? That's what I think when I see that.
I also had a similar thought of like, who put a pyramid here?
Yeah.
Someone left their pyramid here.
Yeah. I do like that it's right on like a river. Oh, you said it's right on the Mississippi River, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess. Yeah, it really sticks out like a sore thumb.
It does. And the first event that they had there was a concert by the musical duo The Judds.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know who they are, but I bet they killed it.
In a way. So they absolutely sold the shit out of this concert, right? And people, when they all go to one space at one time, eventually all have to use the bathroom. So the pressure of all the flushing toilets, the pipes actually couldn't handle it. So the toilets started overflowing and the arena started flooding with sewage.
$65 million.
Yep, and the toilets don't work.
Wow. Unreal. No.
And so, like, news of this got around, and people were trying to tout this place as, like, a top-of-the-line arena for concerts and sports and shit like that. But, due to this kind of disaster and the terrible acoustics, the acoustics were so bad.
Okay.
Because the pyramid is not what that's for.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this atrocity of a building stayed like unbooked for over a year.
Oh no. The guys that built it are like driving by like, look at my pyramids, $65 million. And it's fucking empty.
Yeah, nobody wants to perform there or see anything there. And like I said, someone lost their life during construction, and a stagehand also fell from the rigging and lost their life as well. So
it's cursed.
That's interesting phrasing. So part of the deal of this pyramid, part of the draw, like I said, for sports, so they were supposed to get the team, the Grizzlies from Vancouver, and they were going to come and play in Memphis in 2001. The thing about it is, though, the pyramid sucks so bad that it actually didn't meet, like, NBA, like, regulations at the time. And because it's a fucking pyramid and it's already been built, they can't add shit onto it or expand the rooms inside. So that team plus the Memphis Pharaohs, which were a thing for a time. So the Grizzlies left the pyramid. The team that it was basically built for, they went and they built them another stadium.
Oh my God. We hate your pyramids so bad. Build us a different thing.
Yeah, and the University of Memphis played there for a while as well, but they dipped out as well. They were like, nope, absolutely not.
We hate this pyramid and its bad toilet.
Yeah, and the thing about this pyramid is that you're right, everybody fucking hated it. And people would refer to it as, quote, the Tomb of Doom. People hated this pyramid.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed by that if that was in my city.
Yeah, but like all of this is not even why I'm talking about it.
Oh my God.
So about a year after it was open, all of this is going on during this time.
Okay.
The toilets, the death, the shitty everything is all happening. Maintenance workers are up in the rafters of the pyramid, just poking around, fixing whatever, and they find a black metal box welded to some of the struts up there.
No, that shouldn't be there.
You're right, it shouldn't. And they called the appropriate people, and the appropriate people were like, hey, pry that box down from where it's at, take it to one of the conference rooms, we're gonna open it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay.
So, go to open this box, right? They gotta pry it open because it's a metal box. And inside that metal box is a wooden box.
Stop.
And inside that wooden box is a piece of velvet cloth. And underneath the velvet cloth is a crystal skull.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
No explanation.
Well, I'm about to give you the explanation. They take this, it's like the size of a fist. Here. This is the picture that a lot of the sources were using, but I also read that the pictures of this skull are not available. So this may or may not be a picture of the actual skull.
Who knows? Close enough. Oh, I mean, I would display the shit out of that if I had it. I wouldn't keep it in a box, inside another box.
Well, this is going to be a very special skull. So they take this skull for safekeeping to the finance office at, City Hall. They're like, we got to keep this. Once they find this skull, they figure that there's only one person that could have left this skull there, and that would be Isaac Tigrid. Now,
okay, who's he?
He is the son of John Tigrid, who is the guy who invented that fucking bird toy, who was one of the original financiers of this fucking pyramid. Okay. Now, Isaac Tigrid was extremely into Eastern mysticism, let's call it, quote unquote. When he was 27, he was drunk driving in California, and he jumped a barrier and went over a cliff in his car. And
whoa.
Yes. And as he was falling to possibly his death, he envisioned a man who came to him and put his arms around him and protected him during the crash. Now, the car was totaled, but Isaac was okay.
That's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And now Isaac, a couple years later, he's walking around a bookstore in London, and he sees on the cover of a fucking book the guy that saved him. This figure that appeared to him.
Okay, that's a coincidence.
So he knows immediately that he has to follow this guy. And so this man is named Sathi Sai Baba, and he is an Indian guru. And he claims that he is the reincarnation of a different, more important holy man. So his believers credit him with such miracles as materializations, which I think is just making things appear, of small objects like rings and watches and things like that. He also can do miraculous healing, resurrections, he's clairvoyant, and is omniscient and omnipotent. So all-knowing and all-powerful. It is also to be said that there are very serious allegations against this man because he has been accused of, quote, sleight of hand, sexual abuse, money laundering, fraud in the performance of service projects, and murder.
Okay, I was gonna say, wow, what a resume, and now I'm thinking, wow, what a rap sheet.
Yeah, and Isaac was very into this guy. Isaac was an extremely strong believer. He was even quoted as saying that if his guru was a sexual abuser and if he were to murder someone, it would not shake his faith in him.
Okay, that sounds really healthy and good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super healthy and good. So somewhere down the line, this guru materialized in his hand this crystal skull and gave it to Isaac.
Okay. So, like, Isaac met the guru?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
He went to India and, like, studied under this guy.
Oh.
I forgot to say that. He went to India, he, like, studied under this guy, and at one point the guy was like, would you like this crystal skull I've made for you?
Yeah, hell yeah, is all you have to say.
Yeah, well, that's what Isaac did say. And when people confronted Isaac about this, they were like, Isaac, is this your skull? And Isaac said that it was, and that it was only one of several other crystal mystical objects that are hidden in the pyramid.
Oh, God. What? So he's like, this is my daddy's pyramid. I need to put a little scavenger hunt of weird shit in it.
Well, it's a scavenger hunt of weird shit, but it's actually more serious than that. Because when they told Isaac that they had removed the skull, he said, quote, you don't have any idea what you have done. The cosmic balance of the earth may have been disrupted.
Fuck you, Isaac.
And the funny thing is, okay, another source went and called him about this like a couple years later, and he was like, oh yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
But this is at the time. So apparently he placed this skull inside of the pyramid to amplify its cosmic power.
Yeah, for basketball.
The skull made the boys very good at basketball.
Dribble for the skull, boys.
Crystal Skull wants a 3-pointer.
Oh my God.
Crystal Skull wants you to see you shoot it from the line. So Isaac is pissed that people have removed this skull. And he's like, if the skull cannot be in Daddy's pyramid, it must be with me. And
you could have kept it the whole fucking time, dude. You really could have, and nobody would have cared.
He could have, but how was he supposed to amplify his power for basketball?
Yeah. All right.
So he says, I want my skull back. The city of Memphis says, too fucking bad, because your daddy went bankrupt at one point and signed a contract with the city of Memphis and Shelby County to hand them over the property of the pyramid. And that included anything attached to the pyramid and anything touching the pyramid. And guess where the skull was?
It was fucking welded to the inside.
Yes, it was. So I would say that is attached.
Yeah, that's really fucking funny.
He's so mad, though. He's so mad that he talks to his rich family and says, go to the mayor. And they do. And the mayor says, yes, I will give the skull back.
No.
I know.
Don't give in to this asshole.
I know. We shouldn't be encouraging this kind of behavior, especially around crystal skulls. So the mayor goes to the finance department and goes, you must give the skull back. The finance department goes, we will do that. And then the trail goes cold. No one has seen it since. So I don't think he got it back. No.
The finance department said, fuck your skull.
The finance department said, fuck your bullshit.
They probably drop-kicked it into the Mississippi.
I hope they did. Because, like, everyone who heard about this, of course the media gets a hold of this. Because why wouldn't they? It's an amazing story.
That's so funny.
And now everyone's going around being like, this pyramid is fucking cursed. Just as you said.
I predicted the future. I couldn't have ever predicted this, though.
Yeah, this specific one is pretty wild. But it actually ends up getting better. Because after this whole skull debacle, and after the sports teams leave the pyramid lies vacant for a long time. And then, in 2008, Bass Pro Shops.
Okay, what did they do? I can't deal with this story.
What do you think they fucking did? They bought the pyramid. In 2008, they're like, we will propose and sign contracts with the city to make the pyramid into a super Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, why not? That's so awesome.
So they do, and it opens up in 2015, and this Bass Pro Shop is the top of the line. It's got a gun range and an aquarium, so something for everyone.
Oh my god!
It also has a entirely indoor 103 room bayou type lodge built on one of the upper floors, and it has built-in porches where you can look over I don't know if the alligators are real or fake, but it did say alligator-filled swamp.
Great.
You can swamp it up.
Great.
At the Bass Pro Shop.
At the greatest Bass Pro Shop that this fucking country has ever seen.
So just to wrap this up, the executives of Bass Pro Shop neither confirm or deny that their pyramid is cursed.
Yeah.
But the decision whether to invest in this pyramid or not was made when one of the executives caught an extremely large fish in the shadow of the pyramid, and he took that as a good omen.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it any other way.
And so that, my lovely bony friends, skeleton out the window, is the story of the fucking Memphis Pyramid.
That was so fucking wild. Is it still a Bass Pro Shop? Do you know?
Sure, Bippy, it is. I just sent you a picture.
Oh my god.
You know it's still a Bass Pro Shop.
They're never letting that go.
There's a hotel in there.
Oh my god, you can just vibe in the Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of the outside and the inside.
That is hysterical. I love it. Wow.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, you know what Isaac, or do you know what he's known for?
Oh, no. Bird, not the bird toy, that was his dad. I don't know, he invented Skittles or something, that's my guess.
No, he is the co-founder of the Hard Rock Cafe.
Fucking shit. Oh, we've come full circle.
Full circle. Full circle.
This blew my mind. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It just kept going.
What the fuck?
I heard about the crystal skull, and then I was like, wait, it's inside a giant pyramid? Wait, the pyramid's in Memphis, Tennessee? Wait, it was run by these crazy dudes? What? Now it's cursed? Oh no, they found the skull. Oh no, now it's a Bass Pro Shop. And he follows a guru who might be guilty of murder.
This just never stopped giving the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, this episode is definitely a brain tickler.
Yeah, that was wild. That was a good one. Good job.
God damn it. The Cursed Bass Pro Shop. I will meet you at the Cursed Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
It looked really nice in there, though, I have to say.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful.
I would stay at that Bass Pro Shop hotel. It should have been a hotel from the beginning, because that would be amazing.
I mean, the thing does numbers, apparently. I didn't write this part down, but one of the articles basically said that it's extremely popular. I think about 1 million people visit every year. So, they got their iconic landmark. It is definitely not as beloved as something like the St. Louis Arch or the Eiffel Tower, but it is unique.
Yeah. Fishermen love it in particular. It's like their Disneyland.
They are horny for it. Wow, Katelyn, this was a journey and a half to have on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
I love it. Yeah. Whatever day you're listening, I hope you had quite a time.
Yeah, I hope I hope you went on the emotional roller coaster with us, because I feel like I've lived a whole life here.
I cried and then I laughed a lot.
I'm so glad you enjoyed that. As I was taking notes on this, I was like, Katelyn is gonna love this.
I'm into it. I'm into a Tennessee pyramid with no real purpose other than for fish.
It's fish all the way down, baby.
Well, everyone, please go visit our website, anythingbones.bassproshop.com. No, I'm just kidding. anythingbonespodcast.squarespace.com.
Gonna say, if you say it, you gotta buy it.
Yeah, no. There's no purchase made there. And please, if you have the time, you can write us a review, or you can give us some starage on Spotify. It really helps us.
Yeah, every review helps for us to get seen by more people and get more boneheads into the community.
Yeah, who doesn't want to hear about a horrific murder and a pyramid in Tennessee? I challenge you to find somebody who doesn't want to hear that.
I was completely tickled. And if you're feeling tickled by the cold, we still have sweaters available on our shop on Bonfire. Link in our Instagram bio.
Oh yeah, it's all in there.
It's all in there. Check out the Instagram for pictures of this wild-ass pyramid. And remember to take care of yourself. It's cold and dark outside right now, and it's easy to get locked into a cycle where you're just always chilling in the nighttime.
Yep.
So make sure to do at least one nice thing for yourself.
Bon voyage.
I'll see you at the Bass Pro Shop. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Anything Bones. Follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Anything Bones Podcast, or email us at anythingbonespodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you to Nick Kruger for our spooky music and Stephen Vetteroff
At Chubby Scrubby on Twitter.
for our jazzy vocals, and thank you to Camilla Franklin
At Camilla Strader on Instagram.
for our beautiful bony artwork. Please rate, review, and subscribe.
Give me strength, marijuana.
That's what should be the tagline at the end.